Good afternoon and welcome to AGORACOM Small Cap Stock News. This is the weekly show for, we changed the format recently and this is our weekly show. I'm your host, Alan Barry Labucan. I'm also the Chief Market Commentator for AGORACOM. Last week we changed the format of the show to be a once-a-week show. In the past I had done it on a 3 or 4 times a week basis. Monday through Thursday, depending on news. But we're changing the schedule. We're changing up the shows a bit. And now I'm doing these shows on a once-per-week basis. So we're going to cover a few more companies than we did on the daily show. And I try to keep it to a reasonable time frame, somewhere in the 10 to 15-minute range. So I'm going to get right to it here. The first company that I wanted to talk about is Peregrine Diamonds. Peregrine Diamonds had some news out in between this show and last week's show. It was concerning their one of their diamond projects. They had they put out a report on their DO27, a technical report for their DO27 kimberlite in the Northwest Territories. We hadn't heard about this project from them for a while because they had been so focused on their project out in Baffin Island in Nunavut. But this DO27 is up near the diamond mines, near Acadian Diavik, and they've got a large kimberlite there. It's sort of a standalone type thing, and it looks like it has the potential of being future feed for one of the mines up there. I think it's interesting timing that they came out with this technical report right now. Stock's been really languishing for this past year, and recently it's been sort of going sideways. So I'm looking for some kind of catalyst to see it break out to the upside. It's very cheap at these prices considering the quality of the projects that they have, and Peregrine is one of the diamond deals that I follow very closely. The next company up is Fission Uranium. As you know, Fission Uranium is a company I've talked about a lot. There's a couple things going on here. First of all, on their news, they had a new batch of drill results out that expanded the one of their zones into a new area, and they hit very good indications of drill results. This again is the one where they do the field analysis with the scintillometer, but the lab results and the high readings on the scintillometer are pretty closely correlated. So I expect to see some good results when they get the results back from the lab. Now, what I've liked on the stock side is for the last until just the last week or so, the stock had been going sideways for a couple months, and I was looking for it to break out of that trend. It has now broke out of that trend to the upside, so I think we're into a much better trend for Fission Uranium. Their stock symbol is FCU. They trade on the Venture Exchange, and the Peregrine is PGD. They trade on Toronto. The next company up is... I've talked about Continental Gold before. Not a lot, because Continental Gold, as far as I can remember, is down in Colombia. Now, Colombia is not one of the places that I usually look for projects. It's not an easy place to work. There are some parts of Colombia that are better, but what I can't ignore is the quality of the results that this company has been finding on a consistent basis. Just in this last batch of results, they had over a meter of 190 grams of gold and 95 grams per ton silver. They had a 0.9 meter intersection of 64 grams per ton gold, 3.95 meters of 50.2 grams per ton gold, and 26 grams per ton silver in that same hole. Another 4.2 meter intersection with 25 grams per ton gold and 18 grams per ton silver. Go to their press releases. I'm just reading off some. There's got to be 15 holes like that. Now, having said that, you know, those kind of drill results definitely get me excited. I think you have to take into consideration that the project is in Colombia. Having said that, the trend on the stock has been getting more bullish of late. Back in, I want to say, around June, it had bottomed out after recently selling off from the yearly highs that it reached in about March, and then came off and bounced off of that quite aggressively, and it looks to be in a pretty strong trend. Want to put some good stop losses in there if you're playing this one. CNL is their stock symbol, and I believe they trade on Toronto. Next up is Kaminak Gold. Kaminak Gold recently had some news out. That news, oops, I pushed the wrong thing. Sorry about that. Kaminak Gold, I'm just going to get to it here. And the headline from the Kaminak Gold news release was that they've commenced their feasibility study at the Coffee Gold Project. And about a week, that was July 28th, so a couple days ago, and then on July 22nd, they also closed a $13.52 million private placement. So they put the money in hand. Now they're going after this feasibility study to test the economics of bringing this project into production. They did have a very good preliminary economic analysis of the coffee project, and now they're commencing this feasibility study. They're going to be putting out a lot of results. This is the busy time of the year for them. The stock's been on a real tear since about the June lows there. It's trading at about 65 cents then, and then moved over $1. You know, it's kind of spiky and has moved up a lot. I'd look for any kind of pullbacks on this one. The stock symbol on Kaminak is KAM. Next up is Mountain Province Diamonds. Mountain Province Diamonds announced that they had they put out an announcement earlier this week that they've appointed a bank, a European bank, to underwrite a $370 million long-term facility. So that looks very good. What they're doing is putting into place the effort with this project is to put into place the funding that they need to build a diamond mine here. They own 49% of it, and De Beers owns the other 51%. So they are going to have to put their 49% worth into the project, and that's what this is all about. So I think that that's a very good development for the company. Now the stock has been on a real tear since the June lows. I want to say it was trading at about 490. Traded up to 570. It's a bit too spiky for me right now. I'd be looking for any kind of weakness, maybe that gets it down to the 520 range to get real excited about it. But it's definitely a company that's one of the best diamond companies out there right now. They're doing a lot of work. They're going to be a diamond mine in the future. They've got a great project, and I think that this is definitely one you want to do your homework on. The next company I wanted to talk about is Rockhaven. Rockhaven Resources had news out earlier this week, just yesterday actually, and in that news they put out some really good results on the drilling. They had their highlight hole was 66.20 grams per ton gold and 403 grams per ton silver over 1 meter. They also had another 26.71 grams per ton gold and 172 grams per ton silver over 2.98 meters at their Claza project, which is in the Yukon. I've been watching this company for a few months now, and I consistently see them come up with these high-grade intersections. Now they're over sort of narrow intersections, but I think I need to do some look at the cross sections on this to see what the ore body looks like. Definitely a company I want to do. I like what I'm seeing on the news. They're in their summer season, so they'll be having lots of news out. I know that they're doing a fair bit of work. For Apache Trader, this stock has been on a very nice trend since the lows it hit back in last September, October at around a 10-cent level, traded up to 30. It's a pretty good looking little chart there for a 20-center. Definitely something you want to take a look at. RK is their stock symbol, and they trade, I believe, on the Venture exchange. Next up is Dentonia Mines. Dentonia Mines stock symbol is DML, and they trade on Toronto. Get that out of the way first. They had results out from their Wheeler River project just yesterday, and in that news, they had this project is quite spectacular. They consistently get super high grade intersections in every batch of drill results that they come out with. This is a great discovery. Now, I just wish it was in a company that didn't have 500 million shares out. Company has just about 500 million shares out. So, you know, to make a big difference in their stock price, this doesn't really make a lot of noise. If it was in a smaller junior, that would be better. But having said that, the stock chart has been quite strong in the last few months. It's been creating higher highs and higher lows, which is definitely something that I take a look at. So, you know, even with the big, you know, fully diluted stock out there on the company, definitely one to do your homework on. I just suggest to put some, you know, close stops on that one. I don't want to forget that with that company. The next company up is Primero. Primero is the stock symbol is P, and it trades on Toronto. The news out of them is they had a project update earlier today. Actually, they put this news out, and this is they're talking about the construction decision is it delayed in order to allow the 2014 drilling and metallurgical testing programs to be completed. They have talked about project advancements, including land acquisitions, water rights, engineering, and permitting. And then they had a higher grade mineralization identified in their Carmen Providencia epithermal vein, which returned 4.6 grams per ton gold, equivalent to over 5.8 meters. And they had another hole with 5.4 grams per ton gold, equivalent to over 8.1 meters. So this is a more senior company than a lot of the juniors that I follow, but it's definitely it's run very well run. Great team running the company. Stock's been really a strong performer over this past year. This time last year it was trading just over $4. Now trading at $8.65, and it looks like it's got a new base to rally from here. Definitely going to be considering this one for the best of the best stock picks of the week show later this week. Again, P is their stock symbol, and they trade on the Toronto exchange. And the final company today is Klondex. Klondex also trades on the TSX under the stock symbol KDX. They have just completed a $16.1 million bought deal financing, so that's a really good sign. That gives them plenty of cash. They also had news out that they one of their veins yields 7,300 tons containing 6,700 ounces of gold. Very good from their second quarter bulk sampling. So that's a nice situation there, almost an ounce per ton type sampling. So lots of good things going on for the company, and you can see it in their stock chart too. They started last year trading at around $1.40, or this time last year they were trading at about $1.40. Now trading at a little over $2. Real nice performance on this stock. I picked it a bunch of times. I like this company a lot, and I'm looking at picking it again because I think it's got a new base for it to run from. So that's all the news for today. As always, before making any investment decisions, it's important for you to do your homework and speak with your financial advisors. This show is all about trying to help you find companies to do your homework on. I give you my opinion, but that's just my opinion. It's important for you to speak with your people and also do your homework. On that note, I hope you join us next week for our this news show, and also look for our best of the best stock picks, small cap stock picks of the week later this week. On that note, you have a great day, and we will talk to you soon.